Following the inclusion of Briggs Airways to the aviation industry, the United States is getting another brand new airline that's coming to shake up the sector. Stay tuned to learn all about the brand new airline that will be joining the industry sooner than you may think.
BB851, turn right heading 180. 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
Avelo is the airline, and it's an airline we should be getting pretty used to pretty quickly, with one of the quickest launches I've witnessed in quite some time, if you will. The airline is planning on beginning operations on the 28th of April within the United States, starting even quicker than that of Breeze Airways, which, as we know, has been an idea for many years now, and is also this year gearing up for a launch. The flights from the 28th of April will launch out of Hollywood at Burbank Airport with quite a cheap price of some US $19 one way for every single one of their routes that they are planning on introducing, of which there's a total of 11 that I'll be covering later on in this video. For now though, let's take a look at their aircraft, their onboard product. The carrier will fly the Boeing 737-800s second-hand. The aircraft will be configured out with 189 seats made up of 129 seats that'll have a seat pitch of some 29 inches, and the remaining 60 will be a 31 to 38 inch pitch. However, naturally, with the very low fares, there's added costs that come into play should you want a better seat. And that's where really the costs do continue to amount, as I'll be covering very, very soon. What I wanted to briefly touch on was the Boeing 737-800s, which will be roughly ranging from 13 to 18 years of age once they are all within their operations. Now, back to the costs. They continue with baggage as well, probably something that you expect, and it's similar to any ultra low cost carrier. You need to pay. However, the carrier is really charging. It means that if you want to bring a bag in the overhead locker, they'll charge you an additional $35, bringing the fee somewhat close to $55 already, while a checked bag will cost you an additional $10 and the same $10 if you want priority boarding. There's added cost then if you want to reserve a window seat or aisle seat, and of course depending on where you want to sit inside of the aircraft. And I think you can pretty clearly see how the costs can very quickly amount. Maybe the airline is perfect for a day trip, but if you're looking to go on a holiday, there might actually be better options. Now, as promised, let's take a look at their all-important route network. What services will they begin flying on? Well, we have services to various locations like that of Phoenix, Santa Rosa, Medford, Grand Junction, and so on, that all have a varying degree of starting dates. Some of the services will begin this month, with the remainder beginning in the month of May. Basically, by the end of May, the carrier will have all of its flights established, and for the entirety of this section, you've been able to see their entire route network on your screen. It is focusing on smaller destinations rather than, say, your main LAX, Seattle, and so on, and these services will range from daily to 6 times weekly, and even as little as 3 times weekly. Focusing on the western part of the United States solely, the airline is basically promising ultra-low fares for all. It'll be interesting to see how the performance is for the airline with these said services, and as noted in many videos, travel demand within the United States, especially on domestic services, is returning thanks to the vaccine rollout, and more people are booking, so maybe Avelo has seen this as the perfect opportunity to launch. To conclude, they'll be operating ultra-low-cost flights out of Burbank, which means it will have a natural-born hub, something I think at first people didn't necessarily believe was going to take place, as we didn't have a proper understanding of their route network and what it was going to look like. What are your thoughts on the carrier though? I'll be watching the evolution of the airline closely moving forward to see how they develop and last within the aviation industry, that's for sure. But I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and until the next one, take care and please be safe.